toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Back to throw. And caught by London. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2.
They'll try and throw with Penix.
Dancing to his left. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an out.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now Jackson.
Flush to his right. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done.
So possession in overtime first goes to the Atlanta Falcons, and we are back underway. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Now a first throw here in overtime. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
On the bootleg, it's Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Robinson with another carry.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They'll go for it. Here's Penix.
The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he'll have a first down to the 45, but the tackle comes inbounds.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Now what can Jackson do here in overtime? Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Jackson.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Jackson.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Operating from the gun, Penix.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Odafe Owe. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40.
One overtime. How about two? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Over the middle, connecting with Kohler.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. And he's taken down inside the 30. Jackson.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Henry running right. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a third and 2 more.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now Jackson.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their second timeout here. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This to win it in overtime. And that is no good. And we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game and I'll get it done. But this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Overtime with 2 minutes to play. We are in sudden death, but still all tied up.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Hand off now to Robinson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This a 43-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good. And they have won it here in double overtime.